Mob justice is a form of extrajudicial punishment or retribution in which a person suspected of committing an offense is beaten by a crowd. In some cases, the alleged criminal dies in the process due to excessive beating. Under Article 28 of the Constitution, any person is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and for one to be subjected to killing before being taken to any court of law, it's also an offense. Under Article 28 of the Constitution, any person is presumed innocent until proven guilty, and for one to be subjected to killing before being taken to courts of law, it's also an offense.
Generally, mob justice is something that is discouraged by the law because it affects the presumption of innocence. That is Article 23. You see, if someone is suspected of having committed any crime, literally it means that that person is a suspect until court proves that person otherwise, or until that person pleads guilty of having committed that offense. And the punishments are there in regards to whichever nature of the offense that has been committed. If the society is now to take the law into their hands, what we call mob justice, then it means the society is usurping the powers of courts. The society is usurping the powers of justice. Besides that, this person is not given that opportunity of a fair hearing. You know, sometimes the way we see things is different from if you have given an explanation. If someone has given an explanation of how something has occurred, that's why courts, when they are sentencing, that's why courts, when they are giving punishment, there are many factors they have to consider. There are factors that they look at which determines the nature of punishment to be given to a particular individual in regards to the nature of the offense committed. Now, if mob justice is the way, then that means the community has taken over the power. This person has lost the right to a fair hearing. The presumption of innocence is no longer there. Already you have been convicted guilty, and it affects cases in that there is evidence itself is being killed, because this is a person who's going to testify. This is a person who's going to lead to the arrest of other people or arrest of other persons. This is a person who's going to narrate. We have seen people being suspected of having committed crimes. When this person is brought before court, the person narrates the ordeal of how he or she committed the offense, which other persons were involved, among others. So I think if we are to consider mob justice, then a lot of crucial things are being put down, and at the end of the day, it affects the case itself.
Sometimes mob justice is not only committed by civilians, but on several occasions, security operatives also do the same, in what they call using reasonable force.
Generally, no one is supposed to murder, no one is supposed to kill, no one is supposed to terminate another person's life, except through a legal process. And when you look at the Constitution, it is a few offenses that prescribe for death penalty. Among them we have, if you have committed offense of murder, aggravated defilement, among others. But with the introduction of the case of Susan Chigura and the Attorney General and others, the issue of the death penalty in our courts was abolished. In other words, regardless of the nature of the crime you have committed, this person is no longer subjected to death as a punishment. So this goes back to police, this goes back to security operatives or any other person. Because if a person is suspected of having committed or is suspected to be going to commit a crime, the law is very clear on the procedure we are supposed to follow. For instance, when you look at the Criminal Procedure Code Act, it clearly outlines the procedure under which someone suspected to having committed a crime is supposed to undergo through. One, you have to arrest this person. In arresting this person has to be arraigned in court. A challenge comes where this person uses force, where this person resists to be arrested. Then the law goes an extra mile and gives police a right, or security operatives a right, to use reasonable force. But reasonable force is defined in regards to a case-per-case basis. The person we are talking about is a suspected terrorist. If the security operatives come, they told you to put your hands up. You don't want to put your hands up. You want to run. The damage you are going to cause for their failure to arrest you is more severe. So sometimes reasonable force may be necessary. But reasonable force does not again mean to kill. Reasonable force, you can shoot someone's legs. you can shoot someone's hands, you can shoot anywhere, but not aiming at killing, because killing at the end of the day affects everything. Killing at the end of the day destroys everything. Assume you had arrested this person, you have taken this person for interrogation, a lot of information would come out from this person instead of killing. Generally that is it, because ordinarily if you kill someone who has credible evidence, a lot of things have been destroyed pertaining the case. This is someone who would have given credible information regarding the case, where are they staying, how they operate, who are the funders, who are the people, among others. But now if this person goes away, that information cannot be used.
The recent recorded incident is the one of the ADF suspects alleged in the murder that occurred at Queen Elizabeth National Park last year. In this incident, 2 suspects were killed by Marine security, leaving a Wanchoto Rashid Alias Njovu, who is now facing charges at Nakawa Court. Following the recent shooting of Ndiga clan head, Engineer Daniel Bosaruomwa at Lunguja, one of the suspects was subjected to mob justice.
I pass my condolence to the family of the head of Ndiga, the late now. It is very unfortunate that such acts are still increasing in the country. But luckily enough, this time around, they were able to at least have some suspects. Initially, we have been hearing someone has been gunned down on the border and these people ran. But this time around, at least we have suspects who were caught in the act, what we call in flagranto delicto. But unfortunately, the incident that happened, much as someone has killed someone, when you look at the Bible and the Quran, if someone kills, ordinarily you are supposed to kill that person. But when you look at the country, Uganda, it is not run by those religious laws. Uganda particularly is run by secular laws. Secular laws, these are the laws we have. These are laws that parliament makes. Now, if the constitution is presuming someone innocent, regardless of the incident which you yourself you have seen, that's the presumption. It cannot be taken away. This person can be arrested. This person can be arraigned to court. You never know. This person is able to give more information in regards to who are the people behind, who are the people who sent this person, what is the motive, what is the rationale of killing this person. Now, if the public is to come and do mob justice towards this person, a lot of things have been missed. That means a gap has been created. We have not been able to identify who are these people, who is behind this, and the reason for killing this person. This is a lesson to the public, regardless of the hunger, regardless of the what. Sometimes if someone is caught in the act, that person can provide crucial evidence which can help to carry out the act completely.
At times, the public suspects delay in getting justice from courts of law, and they take the law into their hands.
Yes, true. Justice is something that does not come easily. There is a process it takes. And when you look at the population of Uganda, we are now talking about 50 million Ugandans compared to the number of judicial officers we have in the country, compared to the number of courts we have in the country, compared to the crimes committed every day. When you look at the process that courts are supposed to follow to the conclusion of the case, really takes some good time. So it is my humble prayer to the government and the judiciary to ensure that the judiciary is fully equipped. We have a good and reasonable number of judicial officers. Courts are well decentralized to ensure that in each and every corner, at least we have these courts. People to feel that indeed justice is being administered. But all in all, it does not take away the fact that people are supposed to do mob justice themselves. This is a preserve of court. This is a preserve of the law. If you end up doing mob justice, that means you also end up being a criminal and you end up being charged, convicted, and sentenced.